everyone, Rox is here, and today I'm going to be looking at Sonic Frontiers. Now, this was announced, I think, about a year or so, I'm not even sure, during the time that Sonic Origins and stuff was all announced. So this is supposed to be the new sort of Sonic game, modern. I guess they're still doing the boost thing, I don't know, I haven't seen anything yet. Going off the teaser trailer that we got, like, back in December, it seems like it's going to be more of the boost gameplay. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this. Now, this was the one I was actually most anticipating over Sonic Origins, which there was a trailer released for that. I've seen it. You know, it looks nice, but at the same time, I played these games before. I played these ports multiple times. I see that they're adding like a couple of things, which is going to be nice. I'm probably going to end up getting it. But I didn't decide to make a video on it because it's just, you know, the Genesis era games, which I was there for, which I played, which I liked, and, you know, I still like to this day. I had fun with it. The only problem I have with it is that Sega actually decided to delist the originals before releasing this remaster later on this month, or remaster, remake, whatever you want to call it. Just more of a remaster, honestly, and they're just adding a couple of things. So it's interesting that they decided to do that, especially considering that Rockstar did the same thing with the old GTA trilogy with Vice City and all the rest of them, so that doesn't make any sense. You would think after one company does it and it doesn't work that another company wouldn't do it, but the gaming industry does not learn. So now we actually have some real Sonic Frontiers gameplay. Now yesterday a teaser trailer was released where it had Sonic doing some combat stuff towards enemies, and I kind of liked what I've seen in that one. I was going to make a video on that, but I just got off work, I was a little tired, I didn't want to make that. I'm actually about to watch the new Obi-Wan Kenobi episode, so I want to get to that as soon as possible. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and react to the 7-minute gameplay trailer. Hopefully we get to see something interesting. Like I said, I haven't seen anything yet, so I'm going to go ahead and put on the headphones here and grab my laptop, and we're going to go ahead and start the video. So, like I said, Sonic Frontiers is something that I really was interested in, as far as where do they go next from Forces, because Forces was pretty lackluster for the most part. I would say if there's one thing that Forces did get right is that it looks nice. It's probably the best looking Sonic game since Unleashed. I think Unleashed actually still really holds up, especially if you play it on PC. Even without adding mods, just playing it on PC at max settings, the game still looks gorgeous, and with mods it's even crazier. It's really amazing what people have done with fusing Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations together, and they've come up with some very enjoyable stuff. The modding community for Sonic has been absolutely amazing. If you've been on this channel before, you know I'm a Sonic fan. You know I had problems with Sonic Colors Ultimate. That was not a good port of a game that I really enjoyed back then in 2010. From what the rumors are saying is that Sega is actually going to start doing this sort of thing again. Probably make like some Sonic Unleashed Ultimate or maybe Sonic Generations Ultimate. Good, that's fine. Do it right. Do it right and make sure when the product comes out it is a finished product. Don't just drop anything and just say, oh well, we'll just patch it later, because after about 3 or 4 patches, the game finally started running at least what it's supposed to run. It started running decently. So with that being said, let's go ahead and react to Sonic Frontiers gameplay, world premiere gameplay. So this is supposed to be on IGN. So let's go ahead and take a look. 3, 2, 1. Okay, got the banners coming up there. First, IGN first. Now, Sega...
For the month of June 2022 is all about Sonic Frontiers.
IGN, don't copyright me for this. It'll be really ridiculous. This is the reason why I don't like doing reaction videos, which that's all my channel has turned into pretty much lately, at least when I upload.
Focusing on exploring the mysterious island that Sonic suddenly finds himself stranded on at the start of the game.
Okay, focusing on exploring.
Throughout June, so you don't miss anything. Until then, here's your first look at
IGN throughout June, okay. Yeah, okay, so I guess people were right saying that we're going to get some more stuff. You know, Game Fest is, you know, coming up right around the corner. And, ooh, this looks nice. I'm running this at 1080p too, and it's at 60 FPS. So, of course, with any YouTube video, they always sort of downgrade it, so, you know, they can kind of compress it on the site, and it can run smoothly enough for when you're uploading a big file. They have to compress it, and it makes sense. It's actually a very smart way to have, you know, multiple videos on a website. But, yeah, even then, you know, it actually looks really good. So he looks a little darker than the Sonic Frontier, Sonic Forces model. I think it seems like I don't know. It seems they could have just taken that model and placed it in here and probably added some alterations to it, which wouldn't be too hard. I mean, if you already got a model, I guess dump it in here. I wasn't one of the ones that had problem with the Forces model. I had a problem with the animations. There wasn't enough that walking cycle's pretty weird. There wasn't enough animations done with Sonic. He didn't have like enough personality in his even idle animations that he did in Generations or even of the previous games. And I was just mentioning earlier how they people have said that the rumor is that Sega's going to be remastering or possibly remaking some of Sonic's old games, and that's hey, look, I'm down for that. If you want to go back to the Sonic Adventure era, it's kind of weird how those rings kind of magnetized to him just now. If you want to go back to the Sonic Adventure era, you know, you want to do that stuff, you want to redo it, that's fine with me. You know, it's weird having all these rails just around the world just like this. I'm sure there's some sort of explanation for that. Did you see that popping on the ground there where he stomped? That was pretty weird. So I guess the person who's playing is probably walking around. Was doing sort of like the walking stuff earlier just to show up Sonic's walking animation, and it looks a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what these little orbs are that Sonic is getting. Are the Wisps coming back? Wisps. I think I'm thinking of a Dragon Ball here with Wisps. Are the Wisps coming back? Oh, that's a heart. Okay, I don't know what the heart's supposed to represent. Is it just health? Something like that? He's gonna have a health bar? Like, okay, that was an enemy, whatever that is. I guess those little orbs over there is also enemies too. We saw that in the teaser trailer. So that's interesting. This world is actually much bigger than what I thought. Okay, you got a little wall running and stuff like that. Cool, the wall running's back. Not much is here. I mean, it looks nice. Oh, God. Oh, God. The animation on his tricks looked a little wonky there, I'm not going to lie. It looks nice. As far as we're just going to go with graphics, like it looks really good. Like I said, it's probably the best looking Sonic game since Unleashed. Okay, dynamic weather. So I guess it's going to rain and storm and things like that if you're running through the world long enough. Okay, we got some ancient statues here. So I guess we're going to learn more about this ancient race. Too bad they can't bring back like the old ancient Echidna race. That would be pretty neat. Alright, so it's like a little puzzle. That wasn't much of a puzzle. He just sort of turned one statue, but I'm pretty sure they might get more intricate than that throughout the world. I have no idea what those question mark signs are for. I guess each question mark sign is supposed to represent like there's a puzzle nearby. Like you see like these lanterns right here. Okay, he's running around the circle. That looked like his attack that was shown off in the teaser trailer. That was yesterday. Very nice. Okay, alright, yeah, so that was a little bit of a puzzle. You saw the puzzle. What is the crystal egg for? It seems like they're editing this so they won't show too much. Which is good, because you don't want to show too much. When is the release date for this? I know it's supposed to be coming out this year, I just don't know which month. Which, I would say Sega, keep it that way, because right now, from what I'm seeing, especially even some of the popping in the background, this looks a little rough. It might need to bake in the oven a little bit more before you release this. I don't know what's going on with this bird. As far as like the grass looks, like the movement of the grass, I noticed that, or the sway of the trees a little bit. It's very nice. his boost does not have the shield effect to it. Normally when he boosts, there's like a little blue shield that's sort of encasing him. That way you could just, you know, just run through enemies. I assume if this is going to have an upgrade system, like what the leaks have said that supposed to be, he's probably going to get that in sort of like an upgrade or something like that. Wow, this popping is like, it's pretty noticeable. I see some people in the comments are saying, one talk comment especially from Ricky, that this looks like a tech demo. It does. It really does. It kind of is giving me that, still only got like a minute or so left. It's kind of giving me the feel from the, it was like a Sonic fan game. I think it's called Sonic Omens or something like that. I heard there's some controversy with it. I don't know about its creator or anything like that. I'm just focusing on the game portion of it. It has one of that feel of the Sonic Omens. What are these little jelly beans? I want to know what that's all about. So we got Springs back. We got this back. We got Rails back. Sonic's on a hamster hedgehog wheel, I guess you can say. Got these little creatures moving around. So does it like reveal items or something like that? Okay, that was it. That was the whole video. Was expecting a little bit more. I was hoping for maybe a little bit more combat. Maybe they probably show us the enemies or the enemy types. Maybe some concept art from the game. Probably mention some characters that's going to be in. How many of Sonic friends are going to be in there? We already know that Amy's confirmed, Tails is confirmed, Robotnik's confirmed in some sort of fashion. There's supposed to be one mysterious new character. I guess they're probably going to start reintroducing the humans into the series. It seems like Forces kind of steered away from that a little bit. It seems like, well, Colors Ultimate takes place just in the amusement park. You mostly just have Sonic and Tails there, unless you count the DS version. It'll be nice to have humans back in the fray. I know some people in the Sonic community don't like humans in the games, but they've been in the games for so long, it's kind of a staple so far. Besides Robotnik, and too bad we probably never get to explore that origin story. That'd be so incredibly fascinating if they actually do that, like bring some of the origin from the 90s, or bring in some new origin for Robotnik, or even Sonic or anything like that. Sega would never explore that anymore. They did it once, they let it happen once in the 90s, and then they just never went back with all the origin stories. So Ian Flynn is writing this. One of my favorite writers as far as anything, especially Sonic. He has brought a very well balanced story and characters to Sonic lately, especially in the comic books, of course, both Archie and IDW. Stuff that I'm starting to get into now. I wasn't into it that much since like the mid to early 90s, where, you know, they actually be in comic book stores, couldn't get my hands on it for the most part. And then I was into it for a little bit during like high school, late high school, and like college years. This was when they started doing the reboot stuff. So I mean, it's pretty interesting that he's going to be writing for this. Saw no story elements from this whatsoever, not a single one. So we don't know what the story is. We don't know like too many of the other characters. Is Shadow going to be in it? Is Knuckles going to be in it? There's rumors that they are. Like I said, there's Amy and Tails is supposed to be in it. There was rumors that there were 6 playable characters. There was rumors that it's just Sonic is just a playable character. More recent ones say that Sonic's just a playable character, but your friends will come along with you. How would they play into that as far as the combat? How would they play into that as far as the narrative? I'm interested in all of that. Where's the open zones? They're supposed to be, I guess it's supposed to be like the main hub world, like the main open area, and then we're going to have other zones that you can go to. So there'd be like maybe a tropical zone, or like a snowy area zone, and maybe Sega's probably saving that for later on. As IGN said at the beginning of the video, we're going to get some more stuff. That'll be interesting. They just like throughout the year just keep dropping some more stuff. There was no indication on the date here. So Sega's probably playing it by ear right now and want to see what the criticism is before they go ahead and drop a release date and say, okay, it's going to come out in November or it's going to come out in December. We're going to be ready during the holiday time. As long as they don't crunch. I heard that they actually starting to crunch the game. Crunch time for the developers. Please don't do that. Look, you guys did that with 06, and from what I heard, you did that with Forces, and look how those turned out. Overall, I would say it looks like it needs some work. It's a step in the right direction. I like this idea of an open world Sonic game. You know, it's the same thing with Dragon Ball Z. I like the idea when, you know, Dragon Ball went open world with Kakarot and you know, and explore that. That was their first outing for like that big open world, not counting the Legacy of Goku game. So anybody remember the Legacy of Goku? It was their first attempt at doing an open world game with Dragon Ball characters, and it was a little rough, but you know, when it started getting into its groove and they got the job done. I'm hoping that at least Sonic Frontiers is that decent. At least that decent. If they're that decent as their first outing with Dragon Ball, this can actually be a good Sonic game. So we'll see. From what I've seen right now, I'll have to see a little bit more. Maybe I might make another video on it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll just probably post like one of those YouTube shorts or something. I've never done a YouTube short. Maybe I might do one of those. It will be incredibly fascinating to see where it goes from here. I want to see Ian Flynn's influence in here. I think he's an amazing writer. As someone who's trying to be a writer myself, I, you know, look up to how he managed to make a very compelling story as far as the comic books go with something that's so restricted, because Sega has a lot of restrictions on the character of Sonic right now. And I don't know why they've done that. I know why they did it, considering, you know, the lawsuits and everything like that they had to endure from a certain individual. I still think that Sonic should, you know, be able to have like these different emotions and sort of like explore these darker stories, sort of how the adventure stuff have done before in the past. You can still do that and still, you know, not make it too crazy like the Shadow of the Hedgehog video game. Oh my god. Or even Sonic 06. Oh my goodness. But anyway, that's all we got. That was the Sonic Frontiers gameplay. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed. I would like to see more. Just give me more. Right there, that was a whole lot enough. And that was basically just showing how the world looks and I guess how Sonic moves for the most part throughout the world. And it looks fine. It looks like it needs a little bit of work on his movement. A little bit of work on working that pop-in. So, thank goodness the game ain't going to be released in that state. I hope not with these AAA games nowadays. Or quadruple A, I don't care what they call it now. We'll see. We'll see what we get. Let it bake in the oven for a little bit, Sega, before you release it. That's all I got. Love the Frontiers, love that Frontiers is actually getting some attention now, especially with the movie over with, and we got Origins coming out this month. Let's start to get some of that Frontier stuff going. If we get another trailer, if they drop another one, whether it's gameplay or an official trailer, I'll try to do a reaction, slash analysis to it, and we'll see what we have. We'll see what we have then. All right, thank you guys for watching. Take care. Sword Roxas, sign off.